What up, YouTubers? Ladies and gentlemen, we have a What You Running episode 29. I never know. I should always actually go look and see. Let me check right now. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, 29. Just checking my phone. What You Running episode 29, and we got some Steam Siege in the building, kicking down the damn dough with all the steam and all the fire and all the eruption. Speaking of fire, as you can tell by the title, I got a classic, but with a little bit of spin on it, you know what I'm saying, before rotation hits. And yeah, I got Pyroar break. So let's just get into the list and go from there. So first and foremost, run the Ford Litleo, combustion. Why not? Don't care. Who cares about that? I run 4 Pyroar. Now this is the intimidating main Pyroar, of course. This is going to be rotating whenever the rotation happens because this is base X and Y. But you know, while it's still in format, you know what I'm saying? Why not give it a chance? Its ability, Intimidating Main, prevents all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's basic Pokemon. So it doesn't matter if it's an EX basic or whatever, just basic Pokemon. Can't do any damage to it. And when this card first came out, yeah, it was a force to be reckoned with. But now that there's like a lot of people are playing like evolution lines, like Mega Sceptile and Greninja and things like that. Garb is really impacting the format now, since we'll be losing like Zerosic and like Startling Megaphone. So without it being an attack, really, you can't really get tools off of the Garbs and such. But that really doesn't matter because that's rotating too with it. But just the ability is really good. And then its attack is you may discard a fire energy attached to this Pokemon. If you do this attack, there's 30 more damage and has a base of 60. So that's the Pyroar, of course. Obviously, I choose to run. I play 3 Pyroar breaks. And Pyroar break has 160 HP. And its one attack is Kaiser Tackle. And it hits for 180 damage. And the effect is this Pokemon does 50 damage to itself. Granted, that does put a little drawback. You get into the 110 range, and that's like a magic number for things to knock you out. But if you're going against a heavy EX deck, that 180 should OHKO the EX unless they have like a Fighting Fury Belt or something like that. Or if there's just a basic Pokemon, they can't get through the Intimidating Main without playing a Hex or whatever. Support Pokemon is I play 2 Volcanion. The new one from the Steam, she said. I got 2 pre-release ones. You really use it for its first attack is Power Heater. It hits for 20 damage, and then you choose 2 of your benched Pokemon and attach a Fire Energy card from your discard pile to each of those Pokemon. So it's not like I guess it's not like Mega Sceptile, how you can Jagged Saber and just put 2 grass on one Pokemon. This specifies that you have to put 1 fire on two different Pokemon from your discard pile. So it's kind of like Baby Evital, but it does 10 less damage, but it attaches 1 extra energy, and I'll take that all day long. Then I play 1 Volcanion EX. And what this ability does, Steam Up, is once during your turn before your attack, you may discard a Fire Energy card from your hand. If you do, during this turn, your basic Fire Pokemon's attacks do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon before applying weakness and resistance. Now, I know it says basic Fire, so it only really, not really counting Litleo, it really just helps Volcanion, to do 20, and then the 30 is 50, Muscle Band 70, because I play Muscle Band in here. But it's mainly, it helps get my hand at a lower count for the Shaman I play. It also helps put energy in the discard pile so I can play my blacksmiths easier as well. So that's why I play this, and it does stack on itself. So its attack takes 2 fire and a colorless, and it hits for 130. And it says this Pokemon can't attack during your next turn. But if you discard the fire energy, it'll do 160, and then with the muscle band, it hits for 180. So I play that kind of like a cleanup Pokemon, or I'd use it as a second attacker. But that's really why that's in there. And plus, it's full art, and I pulled it, and it's Steam Siege, so fuck off. And then my last Pokemon, I just play one Shaman EX for setup, just the one. That's all the Pokemon that I play. Going into supporters, I play 4 Professor Sycamore, self-explanatory. 3 Blacksmith. Attach 2 fire energy cards from your discard pile to one of your fire Pokemon, so you can power up any of these fairly quickly. I play 2 Lysander or Lysandre. Pull up whatever you need and blow it up. I play 1 Pokemon Ranger, which is a new supporter, and it says remove all effects of attacks on each player, and this remove all effects of attacks on each player and his or her Pokemon. And that's really good because if you play the Pokemon Center. What is wrong with me? I've been hospitalized, guys. I'm so sorry. If you play the Pokemon Ranger, if I play the Pokemon Ranger and then I swing with like Pyroar Break, then I don't take that 50 recoil damage. If I play it and I swing with Volcanion and it says, this Pokemon can't attack during your next turn, then the next turn I can attack with it. Same for the Pyroar. I may discard a fire energy to do more. I mean, I don't know really why I play it then, but sure, I guess I could play it. But it's a pretty good card for that reason. I play Zerosic just for tools and stuff like that, but we'll see. And then I play a Hex Maniac because Hex Maniac is OP. Hex Maniac stops Golduck Break from moving its energy. Hex Maniac stops. What else am I? I can't even remember. I don't even remember. I guess Shaman drops, so on and so forth. It's just a good utility card, and it does. Obviously I would play it after I use Steam Up, after I use my setup, or if I'm not really too worried about the Intimidating Main or whatever. But it's just a good utility card. And then I play for Versus Seeker to get all of that back. My items that I play are 3 Ultra Ball to search everything, 2 Level Ball to get my Litleos down right away. I play 3 Fiery Torch. Discard a fire energy and then I draw 2 cards, so it helps speeds up the deck. That's one of the reasons why I only play 1 Shaman, because I can, dig through my deck fairly quickly. 3 Muscle Band, for swinging with Pyroar pretty much. Volcanion, like I said, if I ditch the energy, that's 50, and then that's the 70 with another energy. Muscle Band on the Volcanion, that's 130, and then the Muscle Band makes it 150. If I ditch the fire energy, makes it 180. If I need to swing for 200 with Pyroar Break, I guess I could, but I would just take the 180 or whatever I have to do. I play 2 Battle Compressors to throw fire energy for Blacksmith, to throw supporters in there if I have a crappy hand, to thin out my deck, all of that good stuff. Play 2 Switch, just in case this fuck gets stuck, or a Pyroar that's not ready to attack, or Volcanion really. But Lysandre doesn't really hurt this deck per se, especially if I'm going against a bunch of basics or a bunch of EX basic decks, which is still what the format heavy is wise. Because Pyroar really can just wall. I mean, if you can't hit this Pyroar, why are you gonna Lysandre a different Pyroar for it to stick there, I guess? But I don't know, that's just me. And then I play 2 Scorched Earth Stadium. I can discard a fire or fighting, but all I play is fire, and draw 2 cards. So like I said, that helps me get into my deck. Fiery Torch helps me get into my deck, and then the 1 Shaman, just if I have kind of a bad start, and that's really the only 2 free prizes that they'll actually get. And then I round my trainers out with 1 Super Rod. keep my Pyroar line going, and get my energy back, of course. So play the one super rod, and then the energy I just play 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fire and 4 double colorless energy, and that really rounds out the deck. Like I said, a couple of cards I might have considered playing, or I used to, was a Zerosic. I have another Volcanion, but I don't really think 3 is necessary. And then this Hawlucha is pretty OP. It's a new one with the sudden Cyclone. So when you bench it, you make your opponent switch. So it's like half of an escape rope. I was considering playing that, you know, to kind of put them in a bad situation, but I just kind of went for consistency. So yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching. This is my Pyroar break list that I'm going to be trying at League today, and I'll let you know how that goes. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. I know I could drop this, of course, save it for a different deck, make it another Shaman, whatever the case may be, make it a Zerosic or whatever, which might be good because the Darkrai Giratina deck is pretty big, and I have that built as well. But that Shred Hydreigon, you know, that could be problemsome. Yeah, because it hits through Pyroar, so I can get it as a Zerosic to try to put it down in energy. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think. I've been living here way too long. Hope you guys had a good pre-release. I had a great pre-release, and make sure you check out that video. Pulled a lot of good stuff. Got my little deck box popping and stuff like that. Oh, and then, you know, where is it? Yeah, that Evoltal right there. Man, that art is so sick. So sick. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. Make sure you like, comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.